Okay, gang, I'm going to start my RPan studio again to get on Reddit while I'm streaming to YouTube. And I have somebody yesterday was asking for an Ameba, and I was explaining how hard it was to find one. Well, I found one this morning without even looking. So give me a second, I'll get my RPan going. Let's see. 8. All right. All right. Hey, Tracy. This actually, and this is a little strange because, whoops. All right, streaming to Reddit, and let me get my video feed going and YouTube at the same time. So let's see. And actually, what you see in here is an amoeba. So somebody asked yesterday if it was hard to find amoebas. Well, it is, but obviously not too hard because here's one right here. And if you look good, you'll see it streaming. You can see it. And the reason why they're so hard to find is because they change shape. So you really don't know the shape that you're looking for. So there you go. So that is an amoeba. And if you zoom in, you could see the cytoplasm moving. Check it out. And I believe in this same slide, this is the one I have my worms in. And I always thought that planarians would clean up amoebas, like they'll eat them. So, but it doesn't seem like the planarians took care of this amoeba because it's living. And I was kind of surprised that it was in here. So I didn't even mean to find it. It was big enough to where I kind of recognized, the pattern of it, the black and clear. And you'll see it'll start changing shape a little bit as we go. So I'm streaming on YouTube and Facebook at the same time. And if you're on Reddit, and you could jump over to YouTube, Skid987, Protozoa Man Skid. That would do me a big favor by getting my views up over there, my hours. One thing good about amoebas is you can leave them for a second while you get up and go get some coffee. So notice it's streaming from the left to the right. So it's gonna try to move and grow over to the right. See them? Check it out. So I'm going to get me some coffee. Get my Kit Kats and water. Actually warming my coffee. That's my microwave. Putting a cup of coffee in there from my coffee pot. So what we have here, folks, is an amoeba, and it looks like it's crawling. Oh, there's 2 amoebas. Look at that. One crawling over the other. Not only do I have one, but I have 2. This one is sitting on top, closer to the camera. Hey, yeah, it's been a long time. I had some, my dad's in a assisted living now, so it gives me a little more free time. He's close by. He's doing fine. But we had that hurricane that knocked me out of commission for months. So back on now. I'm trying to stream to YouTube and Reddit at the same time, trying to get my YouTube hours up. And this is a treat. I mean, I'm a nerd, but you got two amoebas right here, one close to the camera and one on the bottom of the slide. So you can see how you can focus in and out on them. So since this one's closer to the top, we'll stay with him for a few minutes. And you could see the cytoplasmic streaming. See that? Oh, yeah, she's good. We just changed schools with her. She was in a really advanced school in kindergarten. She scored in the 99th percentile. She's really smart. She's 5 and she reads like on a 6th grade level. She probably does 3rd grade level math. But she has, she has a slight autism, so they just couldn't do it for her. But she's in a regular school now that gives her advanced study, so we're fine. So you got two amoebas here. That one's on the bottom of the slide, and this one's on the top of the slide right here. And you can see how it's cytoplasmic streaming. See how it streams? And it's going hunting, I guess. I'm gonna have to put some food in here because I didn't realize there was amoebas in this thing. So this was a shock today. When I went to set up the show Planarian on here, and I got a surprise and found some amoebas. So this is actually one amoeba. You can see in the middle, that's pointing up towards, coming forward toward you, up toward the camera. And these two are kind of gliding around. Look, see how it branches off? And this water is fairly deep. When I say deep, I mean about 2 millimeters deep. So that's why you get that shaking in there. Sorry about all that shaking, but that's how it, when you have, I got these slides on here that hold a lot of water, and you got to pay the price because it'll shake a lot. But this is an amoeba and it's on the move, so. Now that I know these are in here, I'm gonna have to go get me some paramecium and stuff. Look at him, he's really moving, huh? See those fingers? That is crazy. Come on, 18 viewers on Reddit. This is an amoeba, folks. Real live. This isn't a video game. Check it out. Look at that cytoplasm streaming. Look at that. It's insane. I mean, can you tell? Kind of a nerd over here. This is the big part of your day right here. Right here, folks. See how it streams out and it makes those little appendages? And when it comes across prey, it'll actually wrap around the prey slowly, but it'll get it. It'll get it. There you go. This is an amoeba. So the cytoplasm in it moves and it can change shapes, any kind of shape. So they're very hard to find. And they're hard to find because you can't see them. You don't know what shape you're looking for. But I turned it on this morning to look at my planarian, these big worms I have in here, and was surprised to find a couple of amoebas in here. So this is a real amoeba. Look at them. I mean, you seeing it. That's called cytoplasmic streaming. So it actually moves cytoplasm in the direction it wants to go. And there it goes. That's crazy. Let me get my coffee. One good thing about streaming amoeba, they're very slow and you can get up and go get some coffee without worrying about them getting out of the stream. So you could see, look how this one is actually branching off in the two directions. Yeah, yeah, it's shaking because the water's so deep. So you can see every time I touch it, well, it stopped kind of. The reason why it's not shaking now when I hit it, see I'm hitting the table, is because the amoeba is anchored to the bottom of the slide or the top of the slide. Unlike this little part, see this part right here is pointing up. See how it jiggles more? So it's not anchored onto the slide, but this part is. So it's actually crawling along the bottom of the slide. See if I can get a filter on here. That's not bad. So this gives you, it takes out the greenish color of the algae color and it makes it more black and white, but you can see more detail like this. You can actually see the cytoplasm streaming. See how it makes these appendages right here? Check it out. Like a hand, like the blob. Oh, look, it might be eating something. Look, 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 look. It did. Look at that protist down there. See it right here? Right there in the middle. It got it. Come on, don't get out. Oh, it got out. It crawled right under it. Look, you see it got stunned. Come on, amoeba. Let's see if it recognizes that it's there. See how I think amoeba might be able to poison you a little bit. So let's see if it goes after this thing right here. Hey, thanks. Look, see, it's trying to track it down. Come on. Come on. Get it. Must not be too hungry. You missed your food. Look at that one to the left. You missed it, you big dummy. Yeah, there is action. I'm surprised because this is an amoeba. Amoebas are usually, I don't want to say boring, but they usually kind of slow moving and don't, but this one's on the move. So look at this one, really, how it's branched out. If you've been here for a few minutes, it was a totally different shape a few minutes ago. So he seems to want to go to the right. And his cytoplasm is actually clear. So all this debris in here is just digested food and other stuff that probably got into it. Amoeba, I believe, I could be wrong, but I believe they're clear. And their cytoplasm is clear. My luck, one of my worms will come over here and eat this. And I don't want it to eat it. I'd rather, the planarian are easy to come by than amoebas, so I'd rather have my amoeba than the planaria. So this is an amoeba, and for those who just came, and you could see the cytoplasmic streaming that you might have learned about in high school. Excuse me, I'm gulping my coffee. So you can see how it branches off into appendages, and there's a little protist to the left of it that better steer clear. Look at it, looks like a hand. Anybody ever seen The Blob, the movie The Blob? Well, this is it. This is as close to the blob you can get. Because if this thing was the size of a cow, humans would be, in trouble if they got in its blob, in those tentacles. So this is a micro, in the microcosms, what pretty much the blob is. And boy, he's really streaming. He's really moving out. Yeah. Yeah, it can look like a lot of stuff. That's why they're so hard to find. It might look like a deer antler one time. It might look like a circle one time, might look just like some algae sitting on the bottom at one time. So you never know what you're looking for with an amoeba. Once you know they're on the slide, they're pretty easy to go back to and find. But if you don't know one's there and you're just looking from scratch, it can get rough. I wonder if I can if I can pipe in music from my computer here. Let me. I'm gonna put it on mute for a minute. I'm gonna go get my plug in my computer to the outlet. I'll be right back. Yeah, yeah. The music. What happens is I think they let you play it. If I'm not mistaken, you can play it, but yeah, I better not try that with YouTube because I'm on YouTube. I'm trying to grow my channel. If I get a copyright strike on YouTube, it's harder to get the to get monetized because they like you to stay clean. So I changed my mind on that. Thanks for reminding me. I gotta go get my plug. I'll be right back. Oh, it's already in here. So you can see now it's wiggling when I touch the table. That means it's not anchored to the slide. So it's kind of floating now. And whenever you see it jiggling around like that, it's floating in mid-water instead of creeping along the slide. So there you go, amoeba. You can see this part's closer up to the camera and that part's further down. But all of it it's anchored to the bottom of the slide and it's just kind of floating up toward the camera now. Well, I don't know what species it is of amoeba. It's an amoeba. They have so many species of amoeba, I'm not even gonna guess. I think one of the easiest ones to find, oh boy, I can't think of the name of it. Shoot. I'll have to look it up when I get a chance. There's a name for a common one that this may be, but I can't get the name of it. So you can see the cytoplasm moving out. I mean, that cytoplasm on that amoeba is moving. So this is a healthy little creature here. I mean, it is actively looking for food. Oh, I think, look up chaos, C-H-O-S. It just came into my head. Is there a chaos? I say chaos. It might have C-H-O-E-S or C. You look it up, somebody. Amoeba, C-H-O-E-S or C-H-O-S, K-C-A, and tell me if I'm on the right track. So you can see. Let me see if I can get him. It's like documentary. Give you a little better perspective of him, a little green there. So, I don't know, Reddit's a strange beast because, you know, right now I have 18 viewers. The last 3 days, I think I averaged about 20 viewers. 2 days before that, I had 750,000 viewers. in 1 hour, and a day before that I had over 1 million views in 1 hour. So Reddit is very strange, and I usually stream for about an hour. So yeah, I don't know how Reddit's algorithms work. I don't know if they, if somebody's getting 20, 30,000 views, if they just keep them there for 10 minutes or so, or 20 minutes. I don't know how that works. So it's streaming for sure. Now it looks like a tree stump, a tree with no branches on it. So you can see it's on the move. That's for sure. Check it out. So it's amazing how they do this without a brain. I mean, how do you stream cytoplasm without a brain? It blows my mind. So now I guess you can see why it's hard to find an amoeba. Yeah, times on Reddit. I can stream like I think what time this stream started, about 10:30, 11 o'clock Central, maybe 11:15. I could stream today, but I'm telling you, 3 days ago, might have been 4 days ago, I streamed at the same time, and in 1 hour it was 1,100,000. Yeah, they have DNA for sure. Yep, this has DNA. It has a nucleus somewhere in it, but I'm not even going to attempt to find it. No, it actually wasn't the weekend. It was during the week. You could look back a couple. You could see it. It was within the last 7 days during the week when I streamed and got over 1 million. And then I've never been on Reddit where it goes up to 20, 30,000 people looking, and then it'll go up and up. But once it goes down to 5,000, 4,000, 3,000, I've never had it come up again. So it's strange. It seems like it gives everybody a chance where, maybe everybody gets a trophy. Hey, Mr. Glass, half empty. Thanks. You were looking for an amoeba? Because here it is. This is an amoeba. Yeah, Mr. Glass, if you got up this morning and said, man, I really like to see an amoeba on Reddit, well, you found it. Yeah, world's cubic. World is cubic. If anybody wants to see a real good version of it, or at least a better version of amoeba, go onto YouTube and let me put my YouTube down here. Go on to YouTube. Oh yeah, they have a new no amoebas aren't prokaryotes. Uh boy, I went out on a limb there. No, amoebas are eukaryotes. They definitely more complicated than prokaryotes. I mean, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Somebody look that up. Boy, an amoeba, it's hard to find anything. Hang on. Especially ribosomes, it's hard to find. The best thing to look for nucleus and ribosomes and stuff like that is on a paramecium, which I don't have any right now. I might get some during the week, but anything streaming like this, you're not going to find, you'd have to be really good at looking for stuff to find it. Let me get my iPad over here so I can look up some info for you guys that I didn't have when I started. Watch out, kitty cat. The kitty cat. And as you can see, this part right here, that is another part of the amoeba pointing up at the camera, coming up toward you. This is further down. I think this is called KCHOES. Yeah, this could possibly be, now I might be saying it wrong, but chaos, CHAOS amoeba. That looks to be what this is. And it's a genus of single-celled amoeboid organism from the family Amoebidae, the largest and best known species, the giant amoeba. So this is actually a giant amoeba. This is a giant amoeba, and actually it's pretty small. Let me show you how small this is. This is about 300 times, okay? This is 150 times, so it's 150 times smaller than this. This is 60 times. So you could fit 60 of these across the length of what you're seeing right now. 60 of them. So that's 60x. That's 150. And then I can pinch zoom in. That's about 300. Yeah. Oh yeah. This is like, you can't see these with the naked eye, mainly because they're clear. I mean, you saw what it was 60 times. So something 60 times smaller than what I showed you, you're not going to see it with the naked eye. It's not happening. So look at that. Boy, is that a good picture, huh? It's great. It's going up to my YouTube channel where y'all should be. Check that out. You don't see that all the time. Ooh-wee. I don't think y'all know the value. Look at that. That's an amoeba. I put, show me the ribosome. Let me try to get some images of it. Hang on. Yeah, they definitely, I'm looking online at some pictures of chaos amoeba, and they definitely have a nucleus. When you see these good pictures, I guess I can attempt to find a nucleus, but boy, I'd really be stretching it here. Keep an eye on that middle spot, right? See that round thing right there? Can y'all see that? Let me see if I can get a. Okay, you can see. I don't want it to be silver. Okay, you can see. I'm trying to see what this round thing right there, is that food? Is it? I don't think food lasts that long, so keep an eye on that. That could be an organelle of some sort. If not the nucleus, something. See how it moves? No, that stuff that it's moving in is just usually just debris and stuff that it ate. I don't think These things are usually clear. So cytoplasm in this thing is usually clear. You'd have to really look up and see, but I've seen very clear amoebas before they had anything to eat, and then when they eat, they get all this gunk in them. So, but all that black stuff is definitely not organelles. It's definitely not organs or anything like that. But if you notice, you could see that little round thing kind of moving as it goes. Let me look down here. Let me see if, I don't think, see that round thing right there? That's not part of the amoeba. I think it's something it walked over. But as you can look, there's no outward sign of a nucleus except, and I can't find it, except that round thing that we saw a minute ago. And I saw that round thing a little while ago, so it's not being digested. It seems to be part of the amoeba. You can see it right there. If I could stop wiggling it. So you see this, there's little specks passing over that round thing. Usually when food gets in these things, they pretty much get digested quick. Usually you don't have a particle of food that big stay like that. So notice it's streaming over to the right. Look at that, like opened up a doorway to the right. Whoa, oh no, there's my worm. Get out of here, don't eat my amoeba. Ah, dinosaur. Look. Oh. That was a planarian. That's what I thought was in here all along. By themselves. I didn't know amoebas were in here, so actually, so he came nosing around, looked like a big giant. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if it's moving towards something that it knows it's there. It can't smell or anything, but it might sense stuff some kind of way. I don't know. I'm not an expert, but I've seen them move toward prey for sure. I've seen when things get close and they're stationary. I've seen these things move toward other animals. So, and I might have lost the nucleus for a minute. Let's see. I think the nucleus was, or what I'm calling a nucleus, was down here. And let's see if I can, there, see it right there? It's still in the middle. That little blob right there may, and just may, be a nucleus. So it's really hard. You know, I don't want to, well, I shouldn't say I don't want to guess because I'm always guessing. But that little round thing right there, it doesn't seem to ever deteriorate. So it always stays there. And of course, since an amoeba changes shape, the nucleus would obviously be able to move around and change shape, you know, as it changes. So keep an eye on that. My guess is that's the nucleus. And it's really, I mean, when you get such a great, a great protest by surprise on Reddit, you feel like jumping in and saying, "Hey, man, what are y'all looking at? Aren't you tired of looking at the kitty cats? Look at this amoeba." You know, you don't know the value. And the strange thing about RPAN Studio, I think if from past experience, if I get off RPAN to get a picture of an amoeba or something to show you, it cuts off when it goes into the background. So you can see he's taking off. He wants to go, this tentacle's going over to the right. And boy, look at that. It's going somewhere. It's about a ½ inch from the edge of the slide. Oh no, sorry, it's going the other way. A darker blob between the let's see. Well, the nucleus moves around, so a darker blob could have been something below. It could have even been part of this amoeba at the bottom, but I'm gonna take an educated guess again. I know you're tired of hearing it. See that round thing? You can barely see it. It's big and round and it's moving from left to right. I'm gonna take an educated guess and say that is the nucleus. Let me put it on regular light. If it was any kind of food particle or something, it would have already been digested. It would have been long gone. Oh no, don't tell me. Don't tell me I'm off the air. I think it just dropped off for a second. And on RPN Studio, it really doesn't, it just kind of comes up with a message saying, it's real tiny too. It says you're off the air. Yeah, the other piece did. It's probably just, usually when you're watching amoebas, it can fold over on itself. Yeah, CAWD, C-A-W-D. Yeah, it went off on RPN. I'm streaming on YouTube and RPN on Reddit. The Reddit one went off for a minute. And there's the nucleus still traveling around. Right there. So that's where the DNA is. So it's on the move still, folks. And you can see how the clear cytoplasm goes out first, and then as it pushes more, it just pushes all those particles in and makes little feet, pseudopod. What is it vacuuming? It just, I mean, right now, it's probably eating everything it comes across, little algae and stuff. But I'm gonna have to get magnesium or something to put in here because I didn't know they're in here, so it's a surprise. Now that I know they're in there, I'm gonna have to feed them. And you can actually see if you put something in there like a paramecium or a rotifer or something, they'll try to surround it and eat it, and they're usually successful. Not usually, but you could see them surrounded with those pseudopods, and they'll eat stuff like a real animal. You know, not a big animal, not like a horse. Check it out. Check it out. That's crazy. Well, I can't. If I go to feed it, I don't have any paramecium to put in it, so I'm just gonna have to go out in my yard and I got an aquarium out there. I'll let sit. There's probably some junk in that I can feed it. But if I stand this up to put more water in it, the chances of finding this guy again is gonna be slim. But he's moving now. Look. Ameba. Anybody ever heard? If you watch the movie The Blob, this is pretty much the closest you're going to get to the Blob. in real life. I don't think I don't think these things look too good in polarized light, but I'm gonna try it anyway. Let me try. Yep. Yeah, the flow will speed up when it decides on a way to go, it goes. And it has to be pretty quick to catch stuff. You'll see it sneaking up on stuff sometimes, and if it's too slow, the stuff just swims off. I just put my polarizer on, so I'm gonna try to polarize this. I've never polarized an amoeba before, so let me see how it looks. You see, there's really nothing. The amoeba's pretty translucent. There's really nothing in there to polarize, so polarization don't work well on the amoeba. So there you go. At least we tried. Yeah, once it decides, we'll put that shamrock. Once it decides on which way it wants to go, it can go. It goes pretty quick. That's a shame only 17 people, my average is about 17 people to see this amoeba. I'm gonna keep this slide on, and maybe I might come back in a couple of hours and stream it again, try my luck then. I believe this amoeba deserves more views. Let me see if I can, get Reddit on my iPad. Nope. All right. I'm just trying to log into Reddit on my iPad. Maybe I can make a little announcement and maybe the last 20 minutes will go good. Let's see. Come on. Come on, Reddit. I just want to make a post. It's such a pain. So there it is. And look, you can see it's really taking different shapes. Okay, I just posted on Reddit on my page, my profile, that I'm streaming this amoeba. Let's see if the word goes out. Yeah, I mean, I can get into politics and trials and stuff, but I don't dare mix it up here. No way on earth. So I can argue both ways. No way. I can be for or against something, but not here. I'm not messing up my stream. Yeah, it's giving up on the right arm. Yeah, I'm actually looking on my iPad at the amoeba streaming, and on Reddit and on YouTube. On YouTube, it's much clearer. Well, I don't want to say much, but it's clearer. You get a sharper view, for sure. Yeah, this is it. This guy's going one way. He said he's using all his cytoplasm going south. Yeah, I don't even on my protozoa man skid stuff. I don't even comment on other stuff on Reddit. I save, I want this to be pure. Yeah, this is in water. This is actually probably in about, distance wise, this water is probably 2 millimeters deep. This camera is actually, it's the iPhone. It's an iPhone connected to my microscope and then connected to my computer, which streams it to Reddit. I have a camera on here, so let me show you my webcam here. Thought I was going to show you my webcam. I don't know what happened to it. Because I can put my camera on it, and you could see my, for some reason. There you go. Let me see if I can get it now. So there's my microscope right there. Yeah, the microscope is actually, it's regular light microscope. It's an AccuScope, but it's just a regular microscope, as you can see. So see how that works? You got the light right here, it comes up. The amoeba lives on that little, well, it's a big slot actually. The objective lens comes up, comes up, comes up, goes to the iPhone. See the iPhone right there? Then it comes over to this computer and up to here, and now you see in RPAN how I see it. So there you go. So actually, right down there is where the amoeba is, right, right on that slide. So that's pretty cool. And so there you got a view looking up at the microscope. So you're looking under the slide where the amoeba is right now. I'll leave that up for a few minutes. And if you look, you can see me. I'm always focusing and moving the lens and moving this back and forth. Yeah, it's a cool setup. The iPhone holder, I decided, now I paid for that on my own. I saved up a little money. You could get an iPhone adapter for $50. But they are really a pain. They floppy, you gotta connect them, they resize them. So this iPhone holder cost a couple of $100, but it's well worth it if you're really serious about it. Oh, it's a tough Reddit crowd today. I'm going to start streaming twice a day, I think. Maybe, maybe 10:30 at Central, and then maybe 1 o'clock Central to see if I can get some views. Because really, I've been streaming for almost an hour now and 49 minutes. And I mean, just to have an average of 20 people on here with an amoeba is crazy. Come on, people. So, do you want to donate? There's my donation info. Yeah, the dots moving around inside of it, those aren't organelles, which means I don't think they don't serve a function. I've seen amoebas like this that are almost clear. Okay, so the only thing I can think of is that's particles, but I don't even think that's right because usually when it eats something, it'll put it in a vacuole, like it'll surround it. Sort of like this circular one in here. This, I believe, if you've been watching for a little while, that circular thing in there, I believe that is, let me get a black and white here. I believe that is the nucleus of this thing, which you can see it kind of completely disappeared here. So it's moving, it's moving out. Look, oh wow, look, is that the nucleus? Did it make it? Oh no, that's not a nucleus. That is something. It's actually looks like it's crawling under. Let me go to regular color here. Hang on. Oh no, it wasn't. I'm an idiot. Let's see. No, sorry about that. That's another appendage coming up toward the camera. Sorry about that. It tricked me. So it actually tricked me. I thought it was something it was crawling over. Actually, it was itself. So you see the dark spot right there? It's actually out of focus because it's coming up toward the camera to eat my face. Right there. I'm gonna do an experiment real quick. I'm gonna stay on YouTube. I'm gonna end this Reddit stream with 18 watchers, and I'm gonna wait 1 minute, and I'm gonna come back on Reddit. I want to do an experiment to see how that works, to see if I get 18 right away, if I get 0, if I get 500. So I just want to do a little experiment and see how this works. So bear with me. I'm gonna end the Reddit stream, and I'm gonna count to 60, and I'm gonna come back on. Thanks. So I'm still on YouTube. I ended the Reddit stream because it's interesting to see. I want to see how that works because I've been on almost an hour and only average about 15 viewers, which is crazy. I mean, that's crazy. I got thousands and thousands of subscribers, and to only have 15 viewers is bizarre. So, and I'm gonna actually add a picture to my, let's image, if I can find an image. All right, so let me look real quick. I'm just talking to myself while I find, I had a little picture of an amoeba with its nucleus. Yeah, you could stream live on Reddit. It's kind of gimpy, you know, but so, but you could surely stream live on it. And I'm getting ready to go back to Reddit again and see what we can do here. Just an experiment. So I'm going to start the stream again. And, oh no, what? It says working through a few things here. Try back in a bit. Don't tell me I'm kicked off Reddit. Oh, here you go. Okay. Okay. So I'm back on Reddit, and let's see if I how. So right now on Reddit I have 0 viewers. So I've been on YouTube 56 minutes, and Reddit I was on there for about 55 minutes, and dropped off. And I'm just doing an experiment to see if you come off Reddit and come back on, if how long it takes to get the viewers back. Because this, I mean, this is fascinating. I've seen amoebas all the time, over years, and every time I find one, it's fascinating. I can sit here and watch them for hours. So the fact that I didn't have a lot of viewers is kind of aggravating. But let's see what happens. So Reddit up to 3 watchers, 3 lucky people seeing this amoeba. So there you go. And on Reddit, I can kind of see the kilobytes per second going, so I can tell when it slows down and speeds up. Right now, it's like real slow, hovering between 300 and 2,500. So this one, how did I find this so small? It's weird because if you were here yesterday, somebody asked about an amoeba, and I was saying how hard they are to find. Not so much because they're so small, but pretty much because they change shape, and you never know what you're looking for. And then today I put on my slide with my worms on it, with my planarian, and I mean I looked through the thing and there it was, an amoeba. So I got lucky today. So the larger dots on the right, that's just some kind of algae, I believe. Let me see. Yeah, let me see. I can't really tell yet. It's just some algae, and it looks like it really didn't want to bother with it. It's too small for me to see any more than just say it's some kind of plant life or algae or remnants of something. Remnants. And this is, if you really want to see how small it is, this is 150 right here. That's 150 times. And this is 60. So you could put 60 of these in the length of that one. So you could see that when you're hunting for these with the microscope, it's rough. So yeah, somebody just said, what's magnification? 60, you're looking at 60 right now. So you want to at least be 60. If you're 40 or 30, yeah, you could see it, but it's going to be so tiny, you're not going to know what it is. So this is 60. This is 150. And then for this setup, I use pinch zoom, go to about 300 right here. So that's about 300. So you could tell how hard it is to find these things. This isn't something you go get. No, I haven't seen scabies on my, I get, you could. I don't have them, so I can't get them. You want to have about 60, 70, 80, 100 power to look for these. And I have an image one. You see this right here? That's this amoeba stained. It's actually stained, and you can see the nucleus in this one right there. So what this is, I don't know if they killed it, but they stained it so you could see the nucleus a little better. Okay. When it's living and moving and not stained, it's harder to see the nucleus. And I don't even know if I can find it. There it is. Look right there. See that circle right there? You can barely see it. It kind of moves along with the cytoplasm sometimes. That would be the nucleus of this one. And you kind of got to use a little imagination to see it, but it's right there. I don't have an arrow or anything I can point at it. Boy, that would be good. I wonder if our pan has an arrow. Anybody know? Boy, you know what? I bet you I could put an arrow on here. Let me, what am I talking about? Let me take that down. Let me see if I can add an arrow. Let me get this out so in case. So there you go. There's your amoeba. That's about 150 times. See if I have an arrow in here. Color source, browser, audio, media source. Nope, I'm just reading. Wow, no. No symbols, okay. Well, I can surely put a picture of an arrow on here. That's for sure. So I'll do that next time. So yeah, so I dropped off Reddit about 5 minutes ago where I had 18 viewers. Now I only got 5 watchers. So somebody must be streaming a cat. Let me see what the top stream is. Let's see. Yep, there they are. So I got, yeah, you got some cats on here eating. So you're not gonna beat kitty cats. You could stream cats all day and people just stay there. Would we be able to see bacteria on your fingers under my? Yes and no. If you get enough of the bacteria and grow them, yes, you could put them in some water and or agar and stuff and grow them and then put them under there. And about 700 or 1,000x, you could surely see bacteria. They're hard to see and they're clear, so it's real hard. But yes, you could see them with this. Every once in a while, you could see bacteria on here. I'll zoom in enough and you could see them, but this slide is pretty clean, not too much bacteria. But there's the nucleus again right there. All right, I'm gonna go about, unless this picks up, I'm past my hour. I usually go about an hour at a time. So, I mean, unless this really goes crazy in the next few minutes, I'm gonna go ahead and end it, go take care of the rest of my day. And I may come back, my granddaughter will be here, but I may come back after 2:30 or so, just to see if I can grab some viewers while I have an amoeba. So you can see this part of the amoeba is coming up toward my face, and that one is more to the bottom. So you can see how it goes out of focus. So this one's trying to get my nose, and this one is down there. So you can see how that works. And it's moving back and forth because I got so much water in there, about 2 millimeters deep. So there you go. Thanks. You subscribed? Yeah, if you can. Yeah, see that? I'm back up to 20 on Reddit. That's good. So let's see what happens in the next few minutes. Yeah, if you can, if you go to YouTube, I think I have one, what do you call those things? A playlist where you can go watch it. You know, if you're doing the dishes or something, go ahead and put that on and, you know, listen to it or watch it. And because I'm trying to get up to 4,000 hours of viewing time, I think I'm about 1,020 right now. So I'm about a quarter of the way to get to 4,000 hours on YouTube so I can be monetized and make some pennies from YouTube. But that was really deep now. So either people on Reddit are not seeing the stream, or they don't like amoebas. But when you have kitty cats, it's rough. This guy's singing the YMCA. Yep, yeah, Tracy, it's down below now. That's for sure. You know, whenever you have something getting 20,000 views or something, it's rough trying to break in, even with an amoeba. So I'm gonna go about another minute and move on. And since I have an amoeba on here, and I know he's on this slide, I'm not gonna waste it. I'm gonna stream it. Oh, look, look. See this thing right here? It's actually really close to the top of the slide. So the amoeba is moving underneath it and doesn't see it. So you can see it's pretty safe right now. You would think it's real close, but actually it's far. But if the amoeba senses it, it might come up to get it. So let's see what happens. Let's see if the amoeba moves toward that thing. So you can see that's the amoeba info. Now they're about on the same plane. So that amoeba might grab this thing. Let's see what happens. So you see how they both in focus? Look, look, look. It knows it's there. Come on. Come on. So the amoeba's below it. You see the dark spot below it, and he's to the left of it. So it's trying to get it. Watch. Let's see what happens here. Come on. See, he's below it right there, and he's even it right here. So you can see the amoeba's trying to go around it. They about on the same level because they're both in focus. So let's spam call. Unbelievable. No links or anything. First time changing. Okay. I'll read your comment and do what it says. That's for sure. I need some advice. So look, you can see the amoeba's underneath it, and it's even with it. So you could see the amoeba moving its pseudopod out to try to go around this thing. So you're actually seeing something cool here. If this amoeba can do it, if he can loop back over to the left, he'll get it. You can't see any video? Oh no, are you kidding me? I got a spam call and it kicked me off. So is it still black? Okay, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna end YouTube and come back. And when I end YouTube, it's gonna kick the video off of Reddit. I'll be, so